Boom shakalaka, mass market confusion surrounding the Silvergate bank scandal. The good, the bad, what this means for Bitcoin, cryptocurrency, and you. Stay tuned. What's up everyone, Randall here from Crypto Love. Today's video, we have a very interesting video. Lots of charts about Bitcoin, cryptocurrencies, what this whole Silvergate bank thing means for you, also for Bitcoin and for cryptocurrencies. Before we get into it, guys, make sure to like, subscribe, click the notification bell. Come join us on Twitter at @TheCryptoLove. Push that like button. Now today, Fear 33, same as yesterday 33, but down from last week and last month in the neutral 40s. The overall market up 2% today. Bitcoin at 2550, Ethereum at 1474, BNB at 278, XRP 36 cents, Cardano 30 cents, Polygon $1.06, and Dogecoin 6 cents. But it is worth noting the depegging of USD coin surrounding the Silvergate bank collapse because they were keeping some funds there. Now, Bitcoin recently has dropped pretty drastically from these levels just above the yellow line all the way down to the green line. And this is something that we were talking about when Bitcoin was back above the yellow line, because the last few times we had a golden cross of this 100 and 200-day moving average and Bitcoin was above the 50-day moving average, it dropped down to the 100-day moving average, which is exactly what it did this time. No big surprise for Bitcoin if you look at history. But right now, Silvergate bank scandal, nobody knows what's going to happen. Will the FDIC cover those? Will people lose money? Nobody really knows. Just got to wait, find out in the future. But interesting thing posted by Elon Musk, 2 buttons. Crypto's a scam, keep money in banks. Banks are a scam, keep money in crypto. Don't really know what to do at this point, especially when you have world leaders who are proposing 30% taxes on electricity used for Bitcoin mining because Bitcoin is hindering the transition to low emission energy future, without actually doing the research to show that Bitcoin will actually be carbon negative in 4 years. So pretty much a worthless proposal, a worthless plan there. Now Bitcoin, based on the Silvergate scandal, based on the new tax law, well, it dropped, fell through the long-term holder cost basis down to multiple levels of support at the short-term holder cost basis, realized price 200-day moving average, and 21 weekly MA convergence right around $20,000. This was support for Bitcoin, which is great. Now, could it get worse? Absolutely. It has been quite a spectacular year. For those of you new to cryptocurrencies, geez, welcome. This has been a great year. But this recession that everybody keeps talking about, that they've been talking about really since 2008, or maybe even before, but the most anticipated recession ever, is it going to happen this year? Actually unlikely if we take a look at history. Turns out the percent of recession starting in the year of the presidential cycle all the way back to 1929, so almost 100 years now. Most of them happen on the first year of the presidential cycle. We are in year 3 of the presidential cycle. No recessions have ever started in year 3. More likely they would start next year, which would be 2024, or 2025, which would be the first year of the new presidential cycle. So, that being said, not too scary unless you look at charts like this. Turns out everybody's cheering because the S&P and Bitcoin broke above previous resistance lines. Well, it turns out this has happened exactly in every major bear market rally since 1960, where basically the S&P here breaks back above downtrend resistance and everybody cheers and then it falls off a cliff. So could we have things getting worse? Absolutely. That's why it's difficult times right now. Nobody knows what's going on. But we can take a look. Turns out the people are the most bearish in history according to the AA sentiment on rolling 52 week. We can see most bearish in history. And remember, the market always kills the majority. This time it's the bears. So will the market go up and surprise everybody? It could, but it's just tough because as soon as it starts ticking up, everybody gets crazy bullish, crazy greedy. So who exactly knows until the whole thing just implodes. But as for Bitcoin, right now, Bitcoin drawdown is very consistent with past drawdown cycles. For us to have already had a bottom, it's kind of likely. As a matter of fact, if you're looking at altcoins right now, clearly stay away from stable coins at the moment, but if you're looking at altcoins, this is the time you've been waiting for. The altcoins heavy bleeding over the past couple of weeks has caused many to signal underbought signal as traders realize losses. Right now, one of the best times in history to scoop up altcoins at a discount. but it's difficult because there's blood in the streets. Nobody wants to buy them right now. That's why they're so cheap. You buy from the scared people. If we take a look at Bitcoin right now, a lot of indicators are suggesting that the bottoming has already happened and we are in the beginning of the new bull run. Now, granted, if you believe the whole narrative that the world is going to collapse and the economy is going to go to shit and everything else, well, maybe you won't buy this, but maybe everybody's wrong. You never know. If we take a look right now on macro Bitcoin indicator, Chan momentum oscillator shows that Bitcoin is in the beginning of a bull run right now. When we have a change in direction of this Chan momentum oscillator histogram, each time this was the beginning of the Bitcoin bull run. It did just do that once again. If we take a look at the KST indicator, now corrections are part of the game. Can't help you if you're macro bearish. Again, if you think the world is going to hell in a handbasket, nothing these charts are going to help with. But these charts are all lighting up for great things occurring for Bitcoin. Each time we had a cross with the KST indicator, all other four crosses in 2013, 2015, 2019, and 2020 were followed by a strong uptrend. We just had a cross once again. Strong uptrend potential. Not only that, the logarithmic MACD. This one only singled 3 times previously in 2012, 2015, and 2019. Each time the bull run started, it just signaled once again. So despite the macro bearish overtones that may or may not be justified, everything is looking really, really good for Bitcoin right now. As a matter of fact, this is a very, very interesting chart. If we just shift Bitcoin price by 400 days, it turns out it picks out the bottoms very, very accurately with these purple histograms. And it already picked out the bottom for this cycle. So that being said, based on this, the bottom could likely be in right around $15,000 or so. And here it's only up territory. As a matter of fact, we're in the best 500 to 1,000 days of Bitcoin. Now, Bitcoin goes in 4-year cycles. 1 year is terrible, 2 years are okay, and 1 year is incredible. Well, we are in the 3 years where it's okay and then incredible. The 500 days before halving and 500 days after halving, historically, very, very bullish times for Bitcoin. You can see they go top to bottom in both of these boxes for Bitcoin. This could send Bitcoin to new levels, but there is a caveat. You have to remember this is not an overnight thing. This is not 100x long today. If we take a look, this takes a look at Bitcoin compared with the halving cycles, the spiral. We just passed the bottom. You know where we have to go before we get to an all-time high? No, you're wrong. We don't go backwards there. We have to go all the way around. It takes a long time to get to the halving, which is in about a year from now. We're still a year away from the halving. And then after that, it takes about another year to get to the next all-time high. So, that being said, things are looking up for Bitcoin if you don't believe that whole world's going to hell in a handbasket narrative. And I'm not sure if I believe it right now at this time either. But that's all for today's episode. If you did enjoy it, make sure to click the like button. I'll catch you guys later. Have a good one. Love you. Peace.
If you don't think Bitcoin's going to $1 million a coin and then $10 million a coin, you're already a loser.